my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Mamukeha vesivolab veres, kuma hingan, ja vaim dein tules.
Let's look a little deeper into this idea that nature is our home, and it is a place in which we live, and ultimately when we take all the barriers down that our conditioning and our beliefs and our society has put in place, we will feel as much as part of this landscape as these trees behind me, as the stone upon which I sit, the birds that we can hear in the trees, and the animals that move through the undergrowth. Again, even if we're deeply connected with nature, it's very, very difficult to feel like that. So what are some of the things we can do to deepen our connection and bring those barriers down? When traditional peoples who lived in nature, in harmony with its rhythms and its moving and its vibration, when they took something from nature, something to eat, something to build a shelter with, something to make clothing out of, they always knew that there was an exchange that was taking place. And when they took something, they always consciously would give something back. They would always offer their heartfelt gratitude. And not because they had to. They knew that it was part of themselves that they were taking. And so they were honoring that connection, they were honoring the spirit of the plant or the animal. But also they would consciously let nature know that it was their true heartfelt commitment to give back. So if they picked some herbs, or they took an animal for food, or if they cut down a tree, they would say out loud and also in their inner landscape, in their heart, that I will give back. And they would say that to that part of nature which they were taking from, the group of animals, the bush of which they were taking part of the herb, or the kind of flowers, or the tree from which they were cutting the branch. They would say to that, I will give back. And by that they meant that, if nothing else, at the very end of their lives, they would give their own body back to the earth so that it may return to the Great Mother, into the soil, and then nurture the plants, the animals that were grown from it, that were sustained by the earth. And their bodies would return to the cycle, completing the exchange and keeping the great equilibrium that nature depends on, and keeping the great equilibrium that nature depends on. Nature is very resilient. It is designed to be out of balance for short periods of time, just like we are. We can cope with acute stresses as long as they don't last too long, and then we recover. Nature can handle periods of extreme heat or cold, or the destruction of a storm, or the devastation of a bushfire. It recovers, it regrows, it regenerates. The imbalance eventually returns to the great equilibrium, as symbolized by the equinox. But what we are doing as human beings is that we are pushing nature out of balance and keeping it out of balance. so it cannot return to the equilibrium. And when that happens, systems start to break down irretrievably, and we will not be able to recover them in any way, and nature won't be able to recover itself. So when we go out into nature ourselves and we pick some flowers, or we pick some berries, mushrooms, cut down some timber for a building or for firewood, consciously make that connection with that part of nature which you are taking from, and offer from your heart a true commitment to give back, and tell them, I will give back. I will give back from my soul with my body. And in that way we contribute to maintaining the great equilibrium. So we acknowledge how much we enjoy coming here, being here, and feeling the deepening resonance between our own souls and the spirit of this place. We offer our gratitude for all that is here, all that it is, all that we are, and the blessings of this life, of this place, of this time. And again, whatever we take, no matter how small, we connect deeply with the part of nature with which we are exchanging, and we say to that part of nature, I will give back, knowing that we speak the truth, for nature will know if we speak the truth. Journey well. This is tea tree, an important aromatic herb in traditional healing medicine. I will give back. I will give back.